Let's look at PowerSchool fees and fines. We'll begin by paying an individual fee. We'll go to the Student's Fees and Fines page and locate a fee to be paid. We'll click on the checkbox and then on the Pay Fee button. Choose the type of payment from cash, check, or account credit. In this example, we'll use a check, so we'll put the check number and the name of the patron who is paying the fee. We'll enter the amount being paid, and then we'll save that transaction. We're going to be offered the opportunity to generate a receipt for the patron. We will choose to do that in this case. When we look at the receipt, we'll see that it has the student name, the school, the patron, the amount that was paid and for what, and then at the bottom of the receipt we'll have the outstanding fees, account credit, and account balance. We can also choose to pay multiple fees in one transaction. We'll select several different fees to pay, and then we'll click on the Pay Fee button. We'll say that in this case, the total due is $172, but the patron brought in $170 cash, so we'll enter $170 as the total payment. The type will be cash. We'll insert the patron's name, and then we will click the Distribute Payment button so that we can tell the system how much money will be applied to each item. We'll pay the entire amount for the two ROTC fees, so $150 for the uniform. We'll be $2 short for the English fee, so we'll pay $10 for that, and then we'll have $10 left for the second ROTC fee. Click the Save button to finalize the transaction. Once again, we're offered the opportunity to print a receipt. What happens when the student returns an item when it was previously paid for? Let's say the student returns the uniform. We'll click the item, then the Return button. We'll put in the name of the patron who returned the item and save that information. You can see the details of the uniform transaction at the bottom of the page, and in the upper left you can see the new account credit, account balance, and fees due. Let's look at account credit. We'll go to the Credit tab, and we can see the uniform credit of $150 available for that student's fees. How do we pay a fee with account credit? Let's go back to the Fees tab. We'll choose some fees that are as yet unpaid. After selecting the fees, we'll once again click on the Pay Fee button. We're going to pay the entire amount for those three fees, $29.15, and our type of payment will be account credit. We'll put the patron's name in again and distribute the payment. Now the system knows that we're paying it all off, so it distributes for us. We'll save the transaction. Now that we've completed the transaction, we can go back to the Credit tab, and we'll see that the student has an account credit balance of $120.85. Next, we're going to refund that account credit. We'll start by clicking on the credit, and then we'll click on the Refund button. The refund type can be cash or check. We're going to say cash, and we're going to pay it from the Petty Cash Fund. Once again, we put in the patron's name so we have a record of who got the money, and we'll save our transaction. We'll want to generate a receipt so that we can put it in the petty cash drawer for future reference. If we return to the Credit tab, we'll see that the student has no more credits owed. Next, we're going to add a fee. From the student's fees and fines page, we'll just click New Fee. We'll choose the type. In this example, we'll use an activity. We'll choose the account from the drop-down list. All of these accounts are fed into the system from Munis. We'll put the amount and we'll save that new fee transaction. Now the student's fee balance is $5. Now let's move on to school fee administration. We'll get to the Fees Fines Administration by clicking on the Special Functions link from the Start page. Scroll down to the Fees Fines Administration and click on that link. Initially, you'll get the Fees and Fines summary for your school. This shows the total fees owed and the reconciliation status. Let's take a look at payment reconciliation. Click on the Reconciliation button and decide which fees you'd like to reconcile. You can reconcile all or just a subset of the fees due to be reconciled. Click the Reconcile button and submit. The deposit slip shows all the account numbers and the amounts that need to be conveyed to the cashier for proper distribution of the funds collected. The payment deposit form tells the cashier all that she needs to know about the money that she has received and the accounts into which it should be deposited. The transfer deposit details are for use by Nicole Wood in transferring monies from one account to another. Refund reconciliations are conducted in a similar manner. Click on the Refund Reconciliation button and then check the refunds to be reconciled. This process provides your secretary with a convenient means of indicating to the cashier what petty cash monies need to be reimbursed and from which accounts.